As the 15th anniversary is fast approaching, thought it would be good to take a look at the ships from previous anniversary bundles. We've already looked at the 12th anniversary bundle ships, and now we're moving on to the 13th. So in part 1 of this series, we are looking at the Terran Hydra. As always, we'll be looking at the Vanity shields from the Dilithium store during certain events in the year. And we'll also be looking at the shields available in the Zen store, which at the time of recording is currently only 1. As always, the chapters are in the description down below with each of the shields, so you can jump to the one that you're most interested in if you wish. So first up, we are looking at the Alliance Vanity shield, the only shield that is in the C store, or the Zen store, at the time of this recording. It comes as part of the Khitomer Alliance bundle. The bundle includes this shield, the Khitomer Alliance uniform, and an upgrade. So looking at the shield itself, we have a white hull. We've got this grey hull material as well. We've also got some of this gold hull material. This lovely cyan deflector here. Then we see this goldy orange colour here on the Bassard collectors. At the back, and I'll angle it down a bit, we can see this yellowish effect here on the impulse engines, and we have the cyan there on the nacelles. See some more of the grey shading and this red line effect as well on the hull. And prepare for the beacon of Kalis as we rotate through this very bright light. At the top we've got more of the grey shading and the gold shading as well, and some more of that cyan also. And looking at the underside, more of the red line and more of the grey. Now we move on to the first of the shields from the Dilithium store. This is a very popular shield in the game, and it is the Baul Vanity shield. So we've got this very dark hull material. This very dull blue concentric circles there for the deflector. You can see the red there on the Bassard collectors. And angle a bit. This lovely red here for the impulse engines. That cyan colour there for the nacelles. Start to see some of this etched pattern here on the hull material. Down we've got some more of that blue lighting effects here as well. And we're the same there on the underside. And more of that etched pattern effect as well. Here we have the Borg Vanity shield. So this gives your vessel the look of a liberated Borg vessel, not an assimilated one. Does cause some confusion and disappointment when players buy this shield thinking they're going to get an assimilated ship. So looking at the shield itself, we've got this grey hull material. It's got a mismatched shapes of hull plating covering it. We have this nice design here on the deflector with the blue. Then you'll see some of this blue and orange lighting effects here. So this is sections of the hull with no plating, and it's designed to give a exposed conduit look with the associated lighting. We have the blue here on the Bassard collectors. Same there on the impulse engines and the nacelles themselves. As we look down, we can see all that various shapes of hull plating covering the full hull, and then we've got more of this exposed area with the blue lighting effects as well, and a touch there of the orange. Looking at the underside, again, more of the exposed areas of hull with the associated lighting effects. This one is the Discovery Vanity Shield. So it's one of these shields in the game that has a different appearance depending if you apply it to a Federation or a Klingon character. So this is the Federation version, and we'll have a look at the Klingon one next. So looking at this shield, we see here red for the Bussard collectors. We've got this white lighting, and it's got a blue line effect pattern going around the deflector. We've got a couple of different shades of grey here on the hull with pattern effects as well. At the rear, we've got this pattern effect here with the red impulse engines, and then we have blue there on the nacelles. As we look down, we see the different shades of grey and the pattern effect to the material, and same along here. More of the blue lighting effects here as well. And with the same there on the underside. So here is the Discovery Vanity Shield on a KDF character. So we've got this brown hull material with a lot of various shapes and patterns to it. This green glow coming off of the deflector here, and this yellow and white effect for the deflector itself. A touch of the yellow and white there within the Bussard collector. At the rear, with this patterned yellow and white again for the impulse engines, and same again here for the nacelles. So it's designed to give your vessel the look of what they called Klingons in Star Trek Discovery. This is the Emperor's Vanity Shield. So we've got this grey hull material. You can make out some of these blue dot illuminations here, whilst the underside is shaded from the light source. Got this lovely orange design on the deflector array. See this cyan colour here for the Bussard collectors. There, we've got that cyan there on the impulse engines, and we've got this yellow effect here for the nacelles. As we look top down, we've got some of this purple shading on the hull material as well. There's more of that yellow lighting effect there. And more touches of the purple there on the underside. Here we have the Ferengi Vanity Shield. So we've got the orange hull material that we've seen on the vessels in the TV shows. We also have some grey and some gold. We've got yellow here on the deflector, surrounded by the grey. Got yellow there for the Bussard collectors. A yellow pattern design there on the impulse engines, and we have some grey here for the shuttle bays. Then we've got a slightly lighter yellow for the nacelles themselves. See more of the touches of grey there. And we've got a lighter shade of the gold there, more of the grey, and then you can see this rivet effect as well on the hull material, as well as a bit of a pattern to it as well. And we're the same here on the underside. Next up, it's the Hur'q Vanity Shield. So with this pale green hull material with this purplish colour as well. We have this illuminated green design here on the deflector. Same there with the Bassard collectors, and same here on these edges. Then you can also see this bit of a pattern effect to the hull material as well with the blacks there. Looking at the rear, we've got this design pattern with the green for the impulse engines, and we've got that green there for the nacelles. See a bit more of that pattern effect on the green hull material, and more of the purple as well. Looking down, we've got this illuminated green pattern effect going on here, more of the purple, and more of the pattern effect within the green hull material also. And we're the same there on the underside. This is the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield. So, like the Discovery one, it does change appearance depending on the faction. So this is the Federation one, and we'll look at the Klingon one next. So we've got this grey hull material. We've got this nice blue deflector design here, similar to what we've seen on the Enterprise in the reboot films. Got this reddish orange effect going on with the Bassard collectors. At the rear we've got this orange and yellow effect for the impulse engines. And then we've got this blue and white effect here for the nacelles. Unfortunately, this hull material is quite light, so when the light does hit it, we are going to get that beacon of Kalis effect again. I'll quickly rotate through. So there's a couple of different shades to the grey for the hull material, and there is some pattern effects on it as well. And you can see it a bit better there on the underside. And this is the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield on a KDF character. So we've got a few different shades of green on the hull material. We've got this lovely red deflector array with a bit of a green glow coming off of the edges there. We have red here on the Bassard collectors. This honeycomb red pattern there for the impulse engines. Now with this dull blue honeycomb pattern here on the nacelles. You also see some of this yellow lighting as well. Got some touches of grey in the hull material also. As we look at the top down, we can see the various shades of green within the hull material, and this yellow illumination effect going on as well. And we're the same there on the underside. Another popular shield in the game is the Section 31 Vanity Shield. Got this nice blue design here and the blacked out centre part of the deflector array. We have the red there at the Bassard collectors. At the rear, we've got this honeycomb pattern to the red with the impulse engines, and with that cyan there for the nacelles. Side on, we can see various shades to the hull material. As we look top down, and then we've also got this striped line effect here as well. Some more of the cyan and a little bit more red illumination going along the spine here. Next up, we are looking at the Tzenkethi Vanity Shield. So we've got this green hull material. We've also got some grey shading and some black as well. Got this nice yellowy orange effect going on with the deflector array. Then you'll see these lights on the hull material as well, and you can see that they're pulsating away quite the thing. We have white here for the Bassard collectors, white there on the nacelles, and also there on the impulse engines. More of this lighting material, which is pulsating as well. Then we see this carved effect on the hull material also. There's more of the grey and black shading on this one as well. And with the same there on the underside. Now we come to the last shield currently in the Dilithium store, and this is the Zhat Vash Vanity Shield. Looking at the deflector first off, we've got this nice illuminated green effect going on. We have red here around the Bassard collectors. We have this olive and fawn colour to the hull material. At the back here, we've got this nice red effect on the impulse engines, and we've got this very bright green and white effect for the nacelles. Let's get a better look at the full hull material. It almost looks like an army camouflage pattern. And that concludes part 1 of these ships from the 13th anniversary bundle. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the Terran Hydra. As always, thank you all very much for watching. In the description down below, we have links to my Real Merch affiliate link for 10% off your orders through Real Merch. Also got links for the STO wiki for all your information on Star Trek Online. The link there for the main news blog from the Star Trek Online website for information on patches and events. My social media is in there as well. And then there's also a link to Casual Sab's YouTube channel. Casual Sab does a range of reviews on new items in the game, and they're very honest reviews. Also does build videos, Q&As and live streams, so he's a very knowledgeable individual and well worth a check out. But until the next video, thanks again for watching.